Welcome to all. Today we are going to see about the structured query language SQL used in database management system. Structured query language is used to perform some basic data management operations like create, update, delete, and perform complex queries designed to transform the raw data into useful information. Moreover, the database language is very easy to perform such basic functions with minimal user effort, and its command structure and syntax are easy to learn. It's very portable so that it must conform to some basic standard, so a person do not have to relearn the basics when moving from one database management system to another database management system. SQL meets those ideal database language requirements well. Broadly, the structured query language put into two broad categories. One is called data definition commands or data definition language. Another one is data manipulation commands or data manipulation language. The data definition language includes commands to create database objects such as tables, index, and views, as well as commands to define access rights to those database objects. Data manipulation language or data manipulation command includes the commands to insert, update, delete, and retrieve data within the database table. SQL is relatively easy to learn. Its basic command set has a vocabulary of fewer than 100 words, but yet SQL is a non-procedural language. There are several different SQL languages are available. Their differences are minor. Whether you are using Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL, IBM's DB2, Microsoft Access, or any other well-established relational database management systems, a software manual should be sufficient to get you up to speed. The entire SQL command is illustrated with the help of this database model is shown in the figure. This database contains different tables such as customers, orders, employees, products, suppliers, categories, order details, and shippers. The relationship between those entities are illustrated here. Each order is placed by each customer. Each order contains the order details. The orders are taken by employees. The order details contains the details of the products ordered by the customers. The suppliers supply those products. Each product brought into different categories. Products has categories. The orders are shipment by the shippers. Here in the customer table, customer ID is a primary key. By using the customer ID, we can able to identify each customer. Each customer is placing an order. Each order contains order ID. Order ID is a primary key for orders. So each order are identified by the order ID. Each orders are taken by the employees, so that the employee ID is used as a foreign key in orders, so that the employee ID in employees table and the employee ID in the orders table should be matched. Each order contains the order details so that the products and orders are identified and matched in the order details, so that the order ID and the product ID are the foreign keys in order details table. So each order details are identified by using the combination of these two foreign keys. Each product has category, so the category ID is a foreign key in the product table. The same supplier ID is a foreign key which is used to identify each suppliers, those who are supplying those products. SQL has different data types. We can put into broad categories of numerical data type, date and time data type, and string data type in SQL. The numerical data type will contain integer, big integer, boolean, float, double, real, and bit. Date and time will include the date, time, and also the timestamp which is supported in Unix environment. The string will contain a character, a variable character, a text, or a enumerated data types. Keep that in mind. The data type selection is usually decided by nature and the intended use of the data. The data dictionary will store the data type of each fields in a table. By considering this table, products will have different fields like product ID, name, supplier ID, etc. The data dictionary, which is showing here in the database schema, will store the data type of each field and also the schema of the particular field. The product ID is an integer data type, and this product ID should not contain any null value, so that we mentioned here not null. The product name is in variable character, and this is also not null. The supplier ID and the category ID are the foreign keys from the two different table of supplier and category. Both are in integer data type. And the unit price is a decimal data type which has 10 real part, 10 length of real part, and 4 length of decimal part, and also it has a default value of 0. Whenever we are not giving any value to this unit price, the default value 0 will be stored when we are creating a new data. Unit in stock, units on order, reorder level or in the small integer type, and also the default value of all these are set to 0, so that the data dictionary will contain the details of the data type of each fields of another data called product. The selection of data type is basically by nature of the operation and the intended use of the data. Considering this example of quantity per unit, usually the quantity per unit is saved in the numerical data type, but here our database manager decides, and also the use of this particular field is used to store the quantity per unit of products. So each products, what is the quantity per unit of a product, we are storing it here, so that we have decided to set this column as a variable character. So please understand that the selection of the data type is based on the nature of the data and also the intended use of the data.